Woman tying her boyfriend to the bathtub. Glued her boyfriend's mouth with strong adhesive. Then she injects coke and milk into her boyfriend's body. Wait until the milk is completely integrated into the boyfriend's blood. Then she sewed his mouth shut with needle and thread. Then she found the landlord and borrowed a box of matches. Used the matches to light a candle. Drip the hot wax oil on the boyfriend's body. When you are tired of playing, you sit aside and read a book leisurely. Then slice off the man's meat one by one. After the high temperature frying, a beautiful table of human meat meal is ready. Looking at the table of delicious food, the crowd ate with great pleasure and kept praising the girl's skill. But only the landlord ate the rice in his hand, because he knew that tonight's ingredient was the man. His name is Jack. By chance, Jack took over the house from his relatives. Looking at the dilapidated house, it was a little disappointing for Jack. Turning on the electric switch, he found a perfect surveillance system. The feeling of prying eyes instantly gave him hope. He redecorated the house, became a prying landlord. The first tenants are Wang, a recently divorced man, and his daughter, Annie. On the surface, they were a warm father and daughter, but Wang looked at his daughter with a strange look in his eyes. The second tenant is a special pair of lovers. The older one is named Zhang. The younger one is called David. Both of them have OCD. Everything must be placed in the exact same direction. The white duvet cover had to be spotlessly clean. The third tenant is an internet addict. His name is Cole. He always imagines he has superpowers. He just hasn't realized it yet. The fourth tenant is Lily. She is a woman with a lot of charm. Every day, she brings home a different man. The fifth tenant is Jeff. Whenever Lily brought a man home, he would carry a wire. He eavesdropped on Lily's private life. The last tenant was a pretty, innocent girl named Jenny. She wore a white dress, but she was unpredictable. Jack used surveillance to keep track of everyone's life. Jenny was the only exception. One day Jack could no longer resist his curiosity. He sneaked into Jenny's room. The room was empty, but there was a row of red suitcases lined up. Jack just opened the suitcase when he heard footsteps outside. Jenny slowly unties her skirt, unaware that Jack was under the bed. The next thing Jenny knew, she found him. But the strange thing is that Jenny didn't say anything. She just picks up her clothes and walks out silently. Jack took the opportunity to climb out. He saw the man tied up. He panicked and ran to the house to pick up the phone to call the police. But the moment the call was answered, Jack hung up the phone. He watched Jenny abuse the man through the surveillance. It was a feeling he had never felt before. It was tense and exciting. To make the voyeurism more interesting, he decided to tear down everyone's masks to expose their ugliness to his eyes. The next day he went to the supermarket and bought a special potion. He soaked the potion in mosquito incense. Then he put the incense in Wang's room. As the potion evaporated, Wang became agitated. Then he put sleeping pills into Cole's water. He waited until Cole passed out. He dragged Cole into the bathroom. When he woke up, Cole was confused, thought he had superpowers. Then he put Lily's key in front of Jeff's door. Jeff found the key. The first time he opened Lily's door, took Lily's underwear and smelled it with enjoyment. He didn't let go of every corner, finally lying on Lily's bed. Enjoyed smelling Lily's body fragrance. But this is not enough for Jeff. He licked the toilet lid with enjoyment. Then Jack went back to the special lovers. The untidy toothbrush, the hair on the white sheets. This led to mutual suspicion. Both thought the other had a change of heart. Then Jack made his final move. He dragged Cole into the male lover's room. David came home and saw Cole. His anger exploded. David kicked Cole out. Then he and John got into a fight. John ended up sticking a screwdriver into David. Then he went to the woods alone, digging a hole to bury David here. While he was out, Jack knocked Cole out. Then he dragged David's body into Cole's room. When he woke up, Cole looked confused. He thought he had superpowers. Imagined using his superpowers to get out of here. The whole house is in chaos. Only Jenny continues to do as she pleases. And this time she had her eye on a new prey. Jenny tied up Wang's daughter. She stuffed a mouse into the girl's mouth. While Jenny was out, Jack broke into the house and rescued the girl and sneaks her into Jeff's closet. Not long after that, Wang came home and found his daughter missing. He immediately went to a neighbor for help. Lily told him Jeff had picked up everyone's spare key. He could go to Jeff's place and ask for information. Meanwhile, Jeff came home and found the little girl in the closet. Just when he was helpless, Wang knocked on the door. He rushed to cover the girl's mouth, but the girl suffocated because of the force. As the knocking became more and more urgent, he had to open the door. Wang pushed Jeff out of the way and rushed in. While he was looking around, the closet door opened by itself. Seeing his dead daughter, Wang broke down completely. He lunged at Jeff in anger. During the struggle, Jeff hit Wang by accident. On the other hand, John found that David's body was missing. The first thing he thought of was Cole. That's when Jack came over. He deliberately exposed the body under the bed, in order not to turn the house into a murder house, convinced the two of them to hide the matter together. Finally, they agreed to do it. They decomposed the body. They were about to dispose of the body, but they met Jeff, who was going to dump the body. Both of them are on guard against each other. Just as they were leaving the house, Jeff finally couldn't hold back. He shouted out loud, "Who finally pointed the finger at Cole. The two of them fought on the spot. Suddenly Wang's head fell out. At this moment Jack showed a smile of satisfaction. Eventually Jack was arrested by the police. Through the investigation found that Jack is also a police officer. It turns out that everything behind this is Jack's fantasy.